Amigos, estoy muy feliz de estar aquí con ustedes el día de hoy porque estamos con una de mis marcas favoritas y con Tobias, el vicepresidente de... ¿Is it Norqain or Norqain?
Norqain.
Norqain.
Norqain is perfect. Yeah.
So thank you very much for your time. I'm really excited to be here with you guys.
Thanks for being here. Really appreciate the support we're feeling from you and the love we're feeling from you. So I'm very happy to have you here at the Norqain ski station.
Yes, Norqain is a brand that I saw and I immediately fell, like they told you, I immediately fell in love. I was actually Javier's first customer.
Oh, really?
I bought it on the spot, I promise.
Amazing.
And there was something in the watches that I identified with that I don't get in any other brand. But I wanted to talk to you about more of the spirit of the brand and how it came to be, where maybe there are two worlds that are completely different. You were able to combine them where it's like luxury watches and adventure and freedom. How was that idea?
I think it's quite a simple but logical answer. It's in us. It's who we are. My brother and I, we grew up in the industry. Our grandfather was a watchmaker. Our father produced luxury watches for 45 years.
Wow.
So growing up, we always were surrounded by luxury watches. And at the same time, we love sports.
Yes.
We love everything about being in the mountains. We love nature. So everything you see at Norqain is who we are as a family. So we didn't have to think about a story. It's just who we are. And then when we came to the product, it's the same thing. We said, okay, of course it needs to be one of the best price quality ratios in the industry. That's really a goal we set ourselves. But at the same time, it needs to be a watch which suits us and our lifestyle. So that's how we mixed luxury with extreme. Yeah.
I think that it really translates good because when you do something with passion, you are able to do it better than if you were just to do it for the money. Because
100%.
And I think this watch embodies that perfectly, and it transmits great. And you just entered the Mexican market, right?
Yeah, I'm super happy about that. Unfortunately, I was not able to visit yet, but I will be coming in 2025.
Amazing.
No, we're very happy to have finally entered Mexico as well. Had great feedback, not only from yourself, luckily, but I'm very happy about that. Wild One is very well received, our Independence collection, but also the Freedom and Adventure, which complete our collection. So it's been very exciting, and I look forward to continue to develop the market in the coming years.
Amazing. I think, personally, I think there is a great potential in this brand for Mexico City, because what I really like about the watch is that it's not a flashy watch. It's a, we know it as a, if you know watch. It has great technology. It has a lot of mechanical and great technology to be able to withstand everyday life, which Mexicans have a very active lifestyle. We like to do sports, we like to go outside. We have different mountains, not the same mountains as here, but we like to do it. So I think there is a good potential that people can identify with the brand. And we have some new presentations, which are amazing. You can't see them yet, but they are amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we're very excited to launch these 4 new models in Watches and Wonders. So I'll start with, we have a new size, which ever since we launched the 42mm Wild One, people have been saying, fantastic, but can we please also have a smaller size? So this is really, I think with 39mm, we got the sweet spot for also really an absolutely unisex model. We are really targeting men and women with these new versions. We once have the purple Nortec with the ice blue rubber strap and the rubber shock absorber. This is my brother's watch, by the way, who is the founder and CEO. He chose this one for himself. I love this, but I have a different favorite. I will tell you which one. So a very cool ice blue purple version. And then we have Hyper Pink, which of course is a loud piece. Very cool. Also had many demands for finally offering a pink Wild One. and the feedback so far has been fantastic.
Yes.
So we're very happy.
What were the ideas before these colors came to fruition? Where do they come from?
So product, I have to say, is mainly my brother,
Okay.
who really thinks about
The creative.
the creative part is Ben. Of course, we can give him feedbacks from the markets. What do we see as trend colors? But Ben and his product team, who did a fantastic job on this launch, they really had a whole palette of colors.
Yes.
And we said, okay, this will work. This should work. No,
And those are nice colors.
exactly, and so we're very happy, and it's a little bit for everyone. I think there's something here. It's also what we're seeing at the fair. I always like to ask which one's your favorite,
Yes.
just to get a feeling as well. And everybody has a different.
That's
if
good.
everybody goes for the same, it's not so good for the others.
Yes.
So it's very nice to see that they all have their fans. Here, a sky blue version.
This is really nice.
Really nice. And what you see on this one here is actually because we've also had many demands to have smaller straps for the ladies.
Yes.
So this we now also have 2 strap sizes for the 39mm wild ones.
Amazing.
And here on the smaller strap.
And which one is your favorite?
This one.
Transition perfectly.
Exactly. Very good. As if we planned that. It's the mint.
Yes.
It's a limited edition with a black skeleton, black ruthenium skeleton movement. And what you also see here, which you can have on all the models, is our new
Yes.
folding clasp. It's a titanium folding clasp with a on-the-fly micro
Wow.
adjustment. So it's a very cool addition to the family as well.
Great. One question.
Sure.
The watch market is a really tight market. It's sometimes they don't really like new stuff, creative stuff. How has it been to introduce a brand that goes in a different direction, offers something completely different?
I mean, first of all, it was interesting for us because when we started 2019 in the market, our collection was not yet as colorful.
Yes.
We at the time didn't think that we can go full risk. No, we wanted to build a solid fundament, a solid base. Before then, we always knew one day we then want to bring the things which make us different.
Of course.
But we had to have a solid base to start. And it's really in 2022 when we launched the first Wild One pieces, and we started playing with colors where we saw, wow, okay, this is what people really like from us. Right?
Yes.
It's going to be different for every brand, but
Of course.
from us, this is what really resonates with our customers. It's different, it's fun, and so since again our family where we like colorful things as well, so we like to play with it, and we're happy that not only we like it, but also the customers and the watch community.
Yes. There has been, as you said, there's a lot of other past models that are maybe more market oriented, you know, to establish the brand.
Yeah.
This has been a great step, which I think has really elevated the brand to another level.
Yeah.
People are starting to know. And then last year, I think, you debuted an in-house caliber, a chronograph.
It's not an in-house,
Okay.
but it's we call it the manufacturer because nobody else will ever have that movement.
Okay.
We developed it together with AMT, but we're always very transparent about the fact that we don't have in-house. For us, it's just
better
it's
to
different
be
strategies.
transparent, yes.
I say I'd rather have a very good price-quality ratio working with a partner who has been doing it for 100 years
Yes.
than trying to do it ourselves, having to increase the price and not even knowing if it will be better than what the experts have been doing. So that as a short side note on that as well. But yeah, so that was the first launch in September. A beautiful manufactured flyback chronograph with a column wheel, very smooth pusher action, and very happy to launch our 2 new versions in this family. First of all, purple, which we had in September, but with a DLC coated
exactly.
titanium case. So here we have the natural titanium look, again grade 5 titanium. I love this piece. It's for me, it's a super elegant watch. On the wrist,
Yes.
it looks very elegant, even though you would not think that purple is an
Exactly.
elegant color, but it's a subtle purple. Yeah.
Yes. What was the idea to be like, let's do a chronograph, but let's do it flyback, you know? maybe a lot of brands wouldn't go that
Yeah,
far.
yeah. I mean, it's since day one we knew that we want to have our own chronograph at one point. That was a dream and a vision, and then we said, okay, but it would not be us. We see ourselves as the challenger brand. We're the young
Yes.
challenger brand in
The underdog. some
the
would
underdog.
say.
Exactly.
And everybody loves an underdog.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that as well. But of course, that's what they say. But even in 20 years, if we're even more established, I still want to be known as the challenger brand. We
course.
always want to challenge the status quo and bring new things. So when we said, okay, a chronograph would be nice, but even cooler would be, let's take it a step further, let's do a flyback. Just because of the history of it and
Just because we can,
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
Why would people try to go to the top of a mountain? Just because they can.
Absolutely.
To prove their limits. I think this is amazing. The quality, the finishing, and
Thank you very
one of
much.
the things that I look into a chronograph
Yeah.
is how easy it is to start and stop.
Exactly.
And this is smooth like butter.
Yeah,
And-
and that's the part that my brother and I are most proud about. I know sometimes it's a bit almost nerdy when you only talk about that stuff, but we just say push the button.
It becomes you become addicted, right?
Yeah.
To just feeling the way it pushes and the way the
Exactly.
hand returns to its place.
Exactly.
And let's talk about the other piece, which
The other one is very loud. I love it. I think this could be a very cool piece for Mexico as
Yes.
well. I see us doing cool events with this piece. So it's DLC coated titanium, limited edition, 500 pieces with this very vibrant jade rubber strap and the jade details in the skeletonized dial.
I think that these two pieces, as you said, they're elegant in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
This is, of course, a more subtle,
Yeah.
but I can see a pattern of going in a way, but then going in a completely different way. Like this is subtle, but then we have the pop of purple,
Yeah.
which makes it different. And I could perfectly see myself wearing this with a suit as well.
Absolutely.
You know?
Have a cool contrast.
Yes,
And,
and that also tells a lot about the people that wear the brand. Yeah, they're different. They're trying to do something completely different, and I think that is one of the best potential that this brand has, at least in the Mexican market, where people are looking for something different, something great, something innovative, and also that becomes a conversation piece.
yeah.
I cannot tell you how much people have asked me about my watch, and it doesn't happen with other watches. They see me playing tennis, they see my videos of snowboarding, and
Yeah.
they're pretty curious. Like, why are you taking your watch everywhere? Like, people have this conception that a luxury watch, you buy it and you put it into a safe, right? And
These
this
are
spirit-
made to be worn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
and that's great because you create a different connection with it, right?
Absolutely. I also say no. I mean, this is a fantastic material. You know it very well yourself. It's going to be very hard to get a dent into this. But on my steel watches, if I have a dent or a scratch, I don't polish it. It's a
course.
part of the story, and I remember mostly. I will remember when I banged the watch, and
Yes.
and it will remind me of something else.
It makes
So-
it much more special.
Exactly, it's a part of us, and yeah, for us, people who love and have passion for watches, I think it's always nice to have stories with every timepiece,
Yeah.
and we all do, right?
Basically, that's why we buy watches. We want to have a bond with something and to have something really special that you can take anywhere, that you can do almost everything with it. Like, I imagine gifting my watch to my kid when he's older, and he's like, I remember that my father was recording with this watch on the snow. I remember that when we went to the pool, he was wearing this watch.
Yeah.
I think that's really
Yeah,
special.
absolutely.
And it breaks a barrier between, luxury watches must be taken care of, with, like, they're you cannot be extreme with them.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most amazing parts of this brand.
Yeah, and I think of course, we're not saying that we're the only ones to do this, but we wanted to make it accessible.
Yes,
That's the point.
exactly. That's a really good point, because to this day, and let's not talk about other brands, but prices have been going up a lot. And a lot of people are looking for a fair price.
Yeah.
Not even a low price.
Yeah.
A fair price where they can touch the watch and say, okay, I can feel my money in this watch. And that is something that I personally get from this brand.
Appreciate that. Happy to hear, because that's really one of our main missions. As I said in the beginning already, is really price quality ratio. We
Yes.
want to offer amazing quality at a fair price, as you mentioned, fair, and have some fun while doing it.
Yes, of course. I mean, the whole point of life is to have fun, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. What is next for Norqain? I mean, I know this is next.
Yeah.
But more to the future, Mexican market. Could we think maybe later a special Mexican edition? That would be awesome.
That would be fun, right? Yeah. Maybe there's something in the works already. I'll leave a little teaser in there. But I mean, in general, my brother actually did a very cool exercise last year, where he went away 1 week. He didn't tell anybody where he was going.
Okay.
Not even me. I was like, yeah, okay, he'll tell me after. I went to him, okay, where? He said, no, I'm not telling you. Turned off his phone and said, okay, 1 week, because we've always been talking about the past now and our creation and foundation. That's important to know where you come from. But now we need to change the dialogue. Now we need to look at where are we going to be? Where are we going, and what are we going to talk about in 5 years? So he said, okay, now we need to work on our vision 228. And we came back after that week, and he went to every department and he said, it is your job now to create your vision 2028, and then you will present it to the rest of the company. So product did that, marketing did that. So it was a very, very interesting exercise. And we at the beginning of this year, we had that outing as a team where everybody presented, and it was very interesting to see that everybody is
The same line.
aligned. Yes.
Wow.
Of course, there's always other things to pick, but we see that we're going in the same direction, and there's a lot to come. 2028 will be our 10-year anniversary. We see ourselves in Zermatt doing a big party. I hope you'll be able to join us then. That would be amazing. And in terms of product, I can say, as I mentioned before, we just want to keep challenging. We have very strong recognition in Independence and Wild One. Of course, we're going to work on the Adventure and Freedom collection to get that full Norqain spirit throughout the whole collection. I mean, we love the pieces we do there as well, of course, but we think we can add a little more until 2028 to really say, also on those watches from 50 meters away, you can say,
Yes.
that's the Norqain, right?
Amazing. Well, you heard it here first. There's great things coming. I personally love the brand. Of course, you know. Of course, you can see now I really like the brand. I
Appreciate
feel
it a lot.
identified with it because it was hard to mix these two hobbies. You know, watches and extreme sports and outdoor life. It's not easy, and this makes it perfect that I can enjoy both. And
I'm happy. I'm happy to hear, because that's. I think it sounds like we have a similar lifestyle. You were
Yes.
talking about your son before. I have a daughter as
Yes.
well, so we're also active at home all the time in the forest on the bicycles and stuff like that. So it's nice to hear that you are enjoying it for what it is meant to be enjoyed.
thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much for your time. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed having a peek behind what we see normally on those stands and on everything, to see that first of all, that you're very genuine about your brand, that you're honest, and that you transmit what you feel and your life through the watch. And I think that makes it really enjoyable.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you very
Thank
much. Bueno, pues ya lo escucharon. Seguimos con muchísimas más cosas. Les agradezco su tiempo. Nos vemos la próxima.